Hello class, today we will look at losses in pipe flows. Upon completing this topic, you should be able to differentiate between major and minor head losses. So major head losses are caused due to viscosity of the fluid and friction. Viscosity is the internal resistance to motion of a fluid. So the higher the viscosity, the higher the major head loss. Viscosity is basically how thick the fluid is. So thicker fluids will have higher viscosity, which will cause higher head losses. For instance, oil is thicker than water, so it is more viscous, so it will cause more head loss. The other factor is friction, basically the material roughness. So the rougher the material, the higher the major head loss. So in this figure you see a smooth inside pipe wall, so the liquid is flowing smoothly and it will have a lower head loss compared to a case where you have a rough inside pipe wall. So there is rapid mixing. This causes turbulence. As the turbulence increases, the head loss also increases. And then basically in this table we have material and their respective roughness. So for instance, stainless steel has a roughness of just 0.002 mm. So comparing it to cast iron, which has a roughness of 0.26, so from this table I can say that I will use stainless steel as the pipe material rather than cast iron. As a rule of thumb, the lower the friction and viscosity, the lower the major head loss. Moving on to minor head losses, these are due to components present in the piping network. For example, elbows, valves, inlets, sudden enlargement and contraction. So when you look at this figure over here, so in a very small piping network you've got so many bends, elbows and valves, so this will increase the minor head loss. And generally minor head losses are studied in terms of the loss coefficient KL. So KL is given as HL upon V squared upon 2G. HL is the head loss, V is your velocity and G is your acceleration due to gravity. And what happens is, as a rule of thumb, the lower the KL values, the lower the minor head losses. Or what we can do is, instead of using so many components in a piping network, we use them wisely. So we choose which components to use and exactly where we want to place them. So let's look at some examples. Minor head losses, for instance, these are two elbows. Both of them will redirect the fluid at 90 degrees. So in the first one we've got a sharp 10 which have a sharp corner over here, so the KL value is 1.1. In the other hand we have again an elbow which is rounded at the corners and it has a KL value of just 0.3. So just by making the corners smooth, rounded, we can significantly reduce the KL value. So for me, I will use this elbow in the piping network when compared to this because it has a lower KL value. Here we've got different types of valves, butterfly valve, gate valve. Valves also offer head losses in the piping network. So for instance, when you look at a gate valve, when it is fully open, the KL value is just 0.2. And when it is 3/4 closed, the KL value is 17. So there is a significant increase. So when it is half closed, the KL value is 2.1. So we have to be mindful as to how we use these components in our piping network. So now let's look at class exercise 1. So which of the following material will you choose for a piping system, and you have to give a reason as to why you chose that material. So you've got cast iron, wrought iron and galvanized iron. So you can refer to this table to decide which material you will choose. In class exercise 2, which component will you choose as the inlet to the piping system, and explain as to why you chose those options. So you've got A, B, C and D and they have their own KL values. So make your choice and explain as to why you chose that particular component. So basically, to sum up, major head losses are caused by viscosity and the pipe material, whereas minor head losses are caused by the fittings or components that are added to the piping network. For example, valves, bends, elbows and T's. Thank you for your attention.